Pietro Longhi. His art piece is called The Exhibition of a Rhinoceros in Venice, painted in 1751. The introduction. I chose this painting because it stood out to me and I wanted to know more about the rhino that I saw in the painting. For instance, why was her horn missing from her head? The painting itself was an oil on canvas and the size was 62 by 50 centimeters, which is a decent sized painting. I plan to discuss the origins of the artist, the rarity of the rhino, the decline of Venice, Clara the rhino, and conclude all the information. Pietro Longhi lived from 1702 to 1785, dying at 83 years old. He made his debut as a young painter with a series of spectacular failures, the most notable being the Fall of the Giants. He left Venice very soon after that, possibly to improve his artwork or to avoid embarrassment from his peers. In either case, his natural facility as a history painter had proved so scant that he turned to genre painting. He was a representational artist and used saturation and low hue earth colors to show his work. In the particular painting, The Exhibition of a Rhinoceros, he uses good proportion to put emphasis on Clara the rhino. He was later given guidance by Giuseppe Maria Crespi, who helped him work on his painting and focus to turn him into a better painter. This here is a picture of Pietro Longhi. The rare rhino. The rhino was a Roman antiquity from the very 1st century AD. It was not seen for hundreds of years after the Roman Empire had collapsed. It was brought back to Europe in 1513. However, on its way back, the rhino was killed in a shipwreck incident in the ocean near Portugal. The exotic animal was very popular during the Italian Renaissance. Here is a picture of a rhino and also a picture of a fallen statue from the Roman Empire collapse. The decline of Venice and its power. Power declined, but tourism flourished. Historically, sites were also at Turin, Milan, Florence, and Rome. These had educational value, and some people would take year-long trips just to go visit all of the sites. Venice itself had several different celebrations that took place, such as the Carnival, St. Mark's Day, and Corpus Christi. At St. Mark's Day and Corpus Christi, some of the activities included gambling and prostitution. Here is a photo or a painting of Corpus Christi in Venice. Clara arrives in 1751, which is also the same year that Longhi painted the famous oil piece. One was sent in 1513, as I mentioned earlier, and it was supposed to be a gift for Pope Leo X, but it was killed in a shipwreck. So it was at least 200 years or more since anyone in Europe had seen a rhino. so Clara's arrival had stirred up much excitement. Her owner, in the photo of the painting, you can see the owner holding her horn along with a whip. Also notice the composition of the painting and the proportion of Clara in the photo compared to the people. Clara had influence on different artists in different ways. One of them being Pietro Longhi, who painted the famous exhibition of the rhino in Venice. Also, a German artist by the name of Albrecht Dürer did a woodcut piece so that it could be mass-produced. With the rising popularity of the rhino, many people wanted to be able to enjoy a photo or painting in their home or other fancy buildings. Here is the photo of the woodcut piece done by Albrecht Dürer. In conclusion, I will go over the following topics. Europe was intrigued by exotic animals and the arts. The rare rhino and great artwork thrived at the same time. The rhino Clara was a slave to the carnival, and since zoos were not common, she was shown